The year is 1908. On 198 Peters Street in Atlanta is Matty Adams' restaurant, owned and operated by its namesake. It's nothing fancy, a small place with a few dining tables in front of a counter and two booths on the wall. It's closing time, time to clean up and get the restaurant tidy for tomorrow. Matty Adams is wiping down tables and putting up chairs as her daughter Alice is going over the restaurant's ledgers. Her grandson Sylvester is finishing the night's dishes in the kitchen behind the counter. All is quiet except for the sound of running water from the kitchen sink, the squeak of table wiping, and the thud of stacked wooden chairs.
You know, Mama, if business keeps up the way it's been, we'll have no problem paying for Sylvester to get educated over at Atlanta University.
Says Alice, not looking up from the ledger.
And then who exactly do you think will take care of this restaurant with us?
Mattie snaps back as she looks around the room for a broom. She knew this conversation was coming.
Think we can afford to hire help and pay for tuition? And what for when we got everything we need here already?
I already thought of that, Mama. We just got to put a little more to the side every month, and we should have no problem paying for all that, assuming, of course, things go as smooth as they have been from here on.
Mattie finds the broom behind the counter and starts sweeping the dining room floor. It's all old hardwood, this floor, older than the restaurant.
If you say so, I believe you, honey.
Mattie says as she gets low to sweep under one of the booths. There's something dark in the wood. Mattie doesn't stop talking as she sweeps at it, but it doesn't move.
Sylvester's a smart boy and all, but you know all this is for you guys, and if something happened to the restaurant,
For a second, Mattie's frozen. She stands up and takes a step back, leaning on the broom.
You all right, Mama?
Alice says, looking up from the ledger. She stands up and walks over to see what her mother sees. Her mother is silent, staring under the table at that black spot.
I'm fine. I just thought I thought we'd fixed the floor years ago. Is all. I thought we'd patch these up.
Hidden under the booth by the wall of the restaurant, that spot is no knot in the wood nor old food spilt. That spot is a bullet hole. Less than 2 years ago, during the 1906 massacre, armed white men broke into Mattie Adams' restaurant while she and her family were holed up inside. A man named George Blackstock knocked Mattie onto the floor and beat her with a wagon spoke. Another man with a pistol caught Sylvester with his back against the wall and fired shot after shot at the floor around his feet. Dance, he said.
You know, honey, I was born in chains. My mother and my father were born in chains. I've lived to see the Great War, Reconstruction, the birth of the Klan. Now, Lord knows we fought hard for this. This restaurant is the product of my own two hands. But nothing haunts me like that night. If they had taken you or Sylvester away, or even, Lord knows what they could have done, what they still might do.
Alice puts her arms around her mother and holds her close.
There, Mama. I'm right here. We're still here.
For going on a decade, this restaurant has been my life, my legacy. They couldn't take it from me even when they broke down the door and shot up the floor, but sometimes I just want to get as far away from here as possible.
After the riot, the man who broke down the door of the restaurant and brutalized Mattie and her family was let off with a $300 fine. Mattie breaks from her daughter's embrace and wipes the tears from her eyes.
You know what? This place isn't my legacy, sweetie. At the end of the day, it's you and Sylvester that are my life's work. And if you really think that university will change that boy's life for the better, well, there's nothing I'd rather see.